This is my wife's 2021 Kia Stinger, and these cars have a notorious stereotype behind them as well as a weird hatred. People hate Kias for a whole bunch of different reasons. But this is by far the coolest car they've ever made, and they discontinued it. How do you make this car cool? You keep it very simple. Let me show you. Now, to a lot of people, these are either cheap BMW M Series or expensive Mazda sedans. Again, these cars get a bad rep, but the Kia Stinger is genuinely one of the coolest and most surprising cars of the modern era. It proved that a mainstream brand could build a legitimate, high-performance Grand Tourer that could punch way above its weight class. They made them from 2018 to 2023. This is a 2021, and they offered 3 different engines that you could pair with either a rear-wheel drive system or an all-wheel drive system. The 2.0 turbocharged inline-4, which made 255 horsepower. That's what this one has. Then for 2022 and 2023, they made the 2.5 turbocharged inline-4, which made 300 horsepower. And then the 3.3-liter twin-turboed V6, which made 365 horsepower. That was their most powerful one. That one was the one that could almost compete with Camaros and Mustangs pretty much right off the line. And when Kia made this was a competitor to the Audi S5 Sportback, BMW 440i Grand Coupe. I mean, they look really alike. And they perform very similar. And that's what Kia's massive advantage was. They were pretty much offering the same car, but for $15,000 to $20,000 less. They also offered a crazy warranty. And that to some people is why they hate Kia, and that is to some people why they love Kia, is their warranty. Kia is notorious for offering a crazy warranty deal that you cannot pass up. The flaw, Kia's usually booked up for like 6 weeks on back order at all times. There was one instance where we dealt with that, where her fuel pump, I believe it was. I think it was her fuel pump. Something catastrophically went wrong. It was under warranty, so we took it to Kia, and they were like, great, we'll take care of this, but it's gonna be 6 weeks, and we're not gonna give you a rental car. Now, to someone who that's just their only car, like that's the end of the world. Like, how are you gonna get to work? How are you gonna do anything? You don't have a car. Luckily, we're very blessed to have multiple vehicles. So she was able to borrow her dad's truck that whole time and not have to worry about it. But I get it, guys, I get it. If Kia would have just, I don't know. What they should do is just give you a t-shirt with those dancing hamsters. That would make everything okay. They're still party rocking here in 2026. And yeah, they don't make Kia Stingers anymore. They went from 2018 to 2023. It was a short run, but it was a very impactful run. And their downfall was kind of the stereotype behind the warranty issue. People just viewed it as a cheap sports car, which is fair, but they wrote it off. They were like, that's not a real, if you show up to a car show with a Kia Stinger, that's not real. You don't get real street cred for that. And that's where this video, I think I can prove you wrong. You can make these cool, you can make them fast, you can make them legitimate. They're always just gonna have that stereotype behind them, and that's its downfall. The other issue is the Kia Stinger was released right as SUVs were on the rise. Auto manufacturers have really focused on SUVs, and I mean, it proves itself on the sales floor. So while Kia was struggling to sell Stingers off the floor, that's when they released the Telluride, and Kia quickly realized that their audience wanted Tellurides and not Stingers. Another downfall of the Stinger, Hyundai, which owns Kia, released its own brand Genesis, where they came out with like the G70s. I'm sure you've seen them. They're very popular, but they ride on the exact same platform as the Stinger. They use the same V6 engine. They're a little bit smaller. They're a little bit more luxurious. So people liked the Genesis G70, but again, it was killing the Stinger. And it was owned by the same brand, so they were like, why compete with ourselves? People are clearly leaning towards the Genesis. Let's kill off the Stinger, focus on the Telluride. And then the final nail in the coffin was the switch to electric. Around the year 2020, 2021, that's when they were like, everybody's gonna be electric by the year 2030. So all the manufacturers started shifting towards electric, and Kia came out with the Kia EV6 GT, which essentially became the Stinger's whatever. And that car makes 576 horsepower, goes 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Basically destroying the Stinger in performance and killing the Kia Stinger. An incredible car made at the wrong time and arguably by the wrong company. I don't know, because when you look at the competitors like the Audi S5, like the BMW 4 Series, people don't hate on them, and they're doing the same things as this. what made me even film this video, I love my wife. And she's actually a great driver. And she loves cars. She was like, yeah, there's a wrench on my screen that says service and minus 600 miles. And then I came out and looked at it because we were actually gonna take her car to dinner, and her tires aren't just bald, the cords are showing. But I think her car is pretty cool, and it's all because of tasteful modification. A majority of these cars that you see on the road are either completely stock or completely racers. To make your Kia Stinger cool, you gotta fall right in the middle. Because it has such a bad rep behind it, you gotta be careful with every single step you take. If you make one wrong move, your car becomes a racer immediately, and you're chopped, you're chopped. So to the 1% of you out there that are watching this and are like, oh, I'm considering buying a Kia Stinger or modifying my Kia Stinger, listen up. One, if you can, twin turbocharged V6 is the more desirable model. It's the most powerful model. Pretty great right off the factory, all right? You don't gotta really do much to it. The other thing, which you're pretty much out of control of, but it does play a factor into it, is the driver. This is my wife's car, this is her daily driver. She pulls up to her work in it, she pulls up to a car show in it, she pulls up everywhere in it. And it's like, she gets out and she's like, I'm just a girl and I just drive it. And it's like, oh, well, you can't really hate on her for that, you know? Which automatically ups her aura. But then if you get like, you know, me coming out of here like, ring, ding, ding, you know, revving up my Kia Stinger and the car show, people are gonna be like, you're a loser. And that's just it. There's no fighting it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just dude in his Kia Stinger trying to be cool. Now to those people who are actually like, I don't really care, you know, I'm not biased. They're pretty cool cars. Things you can do. 1, window tint. I used to hate on it, but honestly, after I've tinted a couple vehicles, it's tasteful modification. Sorry. You're not completely changing the look of the car, but at the same time doing a little thing to make it look a little bit better, all right? Her spec is gray and black trim. Perfect. Black tinted windows adds into that. And tint will look good on most cars. Most cars. I don't want to say all cars, but most cars. The next thing is a good cold air intake. They're turbocharged, so the second you put an intake on it, you get that whoosh, whoosh, that whooshy noise, and you're upping the performance. Not by a ton, but you're just helping the engine breathe a little bit better, and at the same time, you're getting a cool whooshy noise sound effect. Speaking of sound, the exhaust. I don't know. Typically, I'm like, yeah, chop those stock mufflers off, get the resonator, and just get that thing run-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But on a Kia Stinger, you gotta be careful because it's an inline 4. It's a 4, you know, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. Her car has a completely stock exhaust, and it sounds fine. You're not gonna hear her revving down the street. When it drives by, the exhaust should not be the reason people look for this specific car. Because typically when you do an exhaust on these, it kind of sounds clapped out. I'm sure there's an exhaust out there that you can put on this that it'll make it sound good. But be very cautious, please. When this car drives by, you hear the and that's when people are like, wow, wow. And it sounds cool. And it's like, you don't hate on it because it's just like, oh, it's just a turbo singing to you. So be very cautious. Cold air intake, absolutely. Do it. It sounds sick. It helps the engine. Exhaust, maybe putting on some different mufflers. Very I'm in favor of keeping it stock. Plus, that helps with the resale value of it when you eventually do go to sell it. Just don't touch the exhaust. Now you can see the wheels. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool straight from the factory. I like the look of them. You can change them. I don't think I would go a size up or a size down. I think I would keep it at the same size, and I wouldn't go too flashy. People will kind of like say it's like putting lipstick on a pig. If you put like really expensive wheels on a Kia Stinger, they're like, you're just wasting your money, nerd. So again, tasteful modification. I wouldn't go too flashy. I wouldn't go too cheap. The wheels from the factory, I think, look pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Paint color. I like this paint color. They have a lot of good options straight from the factory for paint color. People wrap these bright pink, bright yellow, bright orange. If that's your thing, whatever. Just know you are gonna get looks for it. You're gonna get judged for it. So again, keeping it tasteful. That's the key word for today's video, is tasteful. You're making it cool, but not cringy. If she wraps this bright pink and it isn't done well, people are gonna be like cringy. But if she keeps it the stock clean color, people are gonna be like, oh, cool. And the ultimate modification that you can do is a tune. You can get a tune and you can make some pretty good power with these. Now, granted, every person that buys a car is gonna have a different reason for buying it. She uses it as a daily driver. Some people want this as their weekend driver. Some people just want it to build it for drag racing, whatever, you know? Tune it with that in mind though. If it's your daily driver and you're tuning it to just get the maximum amount of power out of it, you might run into issues down the line. And also be aware with the tunes, depending on how extreme you go, you have to make other modifications that will fit that tune, whether it's fuel injectors or exhaust or intake, whatever. But you can make a pretty decent amount of power on the stock build with a slight tune for relatively cheap. And that's the key on how to make the Stinger cool. Tasteful modification. One thing I personally do whenever I get a car or get inspiration for a car, or like I'm gonna do a build and I model it after something, right? I see a Kia Stinger I like, I save a picture of it or take a picture if I see it in person, and then once I get mine, I do my version of a replication of it, right? So if it's got, you know, front canards and a tune and intake, it's like, okay, do all those things with my paint color choice and my style and yada yada yada. At the end of the day, do what you want. Make the car yours, and the best thing you can do is not care what other people think. If you build a car exactly how you like it and you love it, regardless of how good or bad it is, people are gonna hate on it, but people are also gonna love on it. It just depends on your community and who you run into. So for the Kia Stinger, I'd say go for it. It is a good car, it has a really good platform, it has a lot of potential, tasteful modification, and don't put a wing on it. Don't put a wing on it. Gosh, don't put a wing on it. Like maybe a little lip on it, but don't put a wing on it, all right? If I see you with a wing on it, I'm reporting you to Kia, and they're gonna come take your car and slash your tires, and then they're gonna put it on back order for 6 weeks, and then they're not gonna give you a car, and you're gonna have to walk everywhere. So suck it. Just kidding. I'm gonna go put new tires on this car, I guess. Got the new tires at Discount Tire. Camera's inside, so this is a prime example of what the intake sounds like from the inside as well as the exhaust. It is in sport mode. I don't believe that changes the tone of the exhaust at all, but it just, I think, tightens the suspension and the steering. That was just a little taste of that. That's 3,000 RPM right there, 4,000. Now here's a little pull. It makes a little whoosh. I will compliment the paddle shifters. I love paddle shifters. I'm not claiming that it makes it a manual car at all. I just love, every time I drive it, I am in paddle shift mode. I'm very particular about my paddle shifters too. Some of them are very cheap plastic. There's like the heavy duty metal ones, and it's all about the click. Like the click has just gotta be good. It's gotta have a good click. These ones, with it being again a affordable high performance grand touring vehicle, it's in the middle. That is the click right there, the paddle shifters. It falls right in the middle. You're looking at the red leather interior. That was a huge selling point to my wife. That guy's gonna hit me. Woman! She loves the interior. It has heated seats. It has heated steering wheel, which is beautiful in the wintertime. Like you can hear it. Sounds better. I'll do a drive-by clip too. There you go. Yeah. Did y'all hear that? That was that. I'll do the windows cracked a little. It's raining, so. It sounds good, man. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about, man. Tasteful modification. It's a high quality, known brand, cold air intake, and that's it. It wakes up that turbo so much more. It's letting the engine breathe better, and it makes a cool noise that car enthusiasts love. Here we go again. That's fun. It's all about having fun. If you like this hoodie or you like this hat, go check out heaventhreads.com, and I'll see you next week with another banger video.